2 Corinthians 2:11 in the KJV, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Peace and blessings to the elect in the 1/3. In today's short lesson, we will be looking at the devices the devil, aka Esau, uses to poison us and block the sun. But we should not be ignorant of his devices, and many people are waking up and exposing these wicked devices like chemtrails, geoengineered weather, GMO foods. The wicked is referring to Esau that is currently in control of the earth's systems, like it says in Job 9:24 in the KJV. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? That's why he is able to use these wicked devices against us. But this rulership is temporary and will end with divine judgment and Jacob ruling. The 144,000 will rule under Yahushai, like it says in 2 Esdras 6:9. And now Esau is the end of this age, and Jacob is the beginning of the age that follows. Now I'm going to play this video of a guy exposing chemtrails and how they use commercial planes to spray these chemtrails and how he tracks them in real time. I hope this was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kadash. Peace and blessings to the elect in the 1/3. Shalom.
I can tell you exactly who that is. I can tell you who owns the jet, where he took off, where he's going, what altitude he's flying, and I could do it in real time. Did you know that you can do that too? Let's find out who they are.
Let's see who that is.
Right here on the flight tracker, right there. That's him. Sun Country Airlines, flying at 40,000 feet, and left Minneapolis, is on his way to Longview.
All right, how about this guy? Who is that? So that is Delta Airlines. Came from Salt Lake City, is going to Atlanta. Passenger commercial jet.
Here's one that's on its way. It's a Southwest flight coming from Denver, going to Tampa. And I'll show you here in a minute when he crosses over.
Bingo, there he is. Left Denver, is on his way to Tampa. Southwest Airlines.
It's actually getting harder to track them because the whole sky is covered now. 100% of this came out of these jets. Not a cloud in the sky today. So why is it important that I point this information out? Because if we're going after the wrong sources, then we're never going to win this battle. These chemtrails that are covering our skies, that's driving us all crazy, are coming out of commercial planes. I've proven it to you. Download a simple flight tracker app. You'll see exactly what I just showed you. Why is it that yesterday these same planes were flying over us? I could track them yesterday just as well as I could today, but there were no trails. So first of all, the reason why they're doing anything at all is because the fuels are laced with nanoparticulates of heavy metals and high levels of sulfur dioxide, which turns into sulfuric acid, covers the sky. And what it's actually doing is it's creating clouds, okay? And how that happens is it mixes with the conditions. I call it emissions in conditions. Today's conditions are very humid in that altitude. So there's a lot of ice supersaturated regions up in the sky today. Yesterday, there was none. So yes, the conditions matter. The conditions determine whether you're going to see them or not. That's why I can predict if you're going to see chemtrails tomorrow or not. But what is actually causing these things to cover our sky and to turn into clouds, what they call cirrus clouds, is heavy metals and high levels of sulfur, just like I said before. So when these planes go through these ice supersaturated regions on these certain days, all of this crap that's coming out of the emissions is what turns into these clouds. Cannot have a vapor unless there's something for it to hold on to. And those little particulates is the something. So is this geoengineering? Yes, it is. And the reason is because the FAA is using this cloud cover to mitigate climate change. There are 14 major departments of our government, including the FAA, that have climate change research agendas. Millions upon millions and millions of dollars flow through these departments in the name of climate change. They know exactly what I'm talking about. So what we have to do is we have to insist that our federal government stops playing with our environment and stops using climate change as an excuse to do it. And we need to get the EPA and the FAA to clean up the fuels and to stop routing planes through these ice supersaturated regions with the intent of blocking out our sun. It should be the most aha moment you've ever heard about this. Let me tell you, this is the truth. Stop believing these crazy people who keep saying everything's being sprayed out of nozzles. They're leading you astray. And as long as we're chasing our tail and going after the wrong sources, nothing's going to change. This is why, Florida, you cannot change these chemtrails. You're not going to stop them. You're stopping stratospheric aerosol injections. I'm writing legislation in the state of Missouri, in the House and in the Senate, to stop stratospheric aerosol injections. But that's in the stratosphere. That's miles up in the sky. You cannot even see a plane in that region. We're talking right now about the chemtrails that we're seeing down low. This is so very important that we understand this. People get so caught up in the semantics saying, well, it's got to be all spraying out of nozzles and you're wrong and you're compromised. Let me tell you, I don't care about whatever you want to say. But listen, all I care about is the truth, and I want to stop this. I'm sick of these chemtrails. I'm sick of seeing them. They call them contrails. Whatever, call it whatever you want. I want them to stop.